Spurs trail by 6. You've got White. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Anderson. And it's the dude, and it's Gordon in at the shooting guard position. That's Alvin Gentry's 5 as we get into the second half. And that one comes up a bit short.
You know, not sure if he's playing to the crowd, but no need for the fadeaway on that shot.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. Well, New Orleans is still a relatively young team, but they play with the maturity, I think, Clark, that's beyond their years.
You know, Kevin, the average age for them last year was just over 25 years old, and the youngest team in the West, actually, to make it to the playoffs last year.
Shooting two. Shooting two.
He's off on the first.
And for the Pelicans, part of why they look so mature is how they protect leads. I mean, rarely giving away points for free and knowing how to close out games.
Good on the second free throw.
And you know, guys, the Pelicans only lost 5 games last year where they led going into the fourth quarter. They won 38 when entering the fourth quarter with the lead. That's very mature basketball for a team that's as young as they are.
Now here's Parker to the paint. Deflects the pass. Here's Duncan. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Anderson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Gordon, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Now, here's Parker. 5 on the clock. Here's Aldridge. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Out to White. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Boy, it's a rarity, guys, when you see a team like the Pelicans make the playoffs but finish dead last in their division. File that under strange but true.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. The caveat being for this Pelican team, the entire Southwest Division made the playoffs. I mean, you just don't hear that often, but that shows you top to bottom just how strong that division is, Greg. And the Pelicans fought hard to stay aloft.
They did. And listen, the fact that you go 8-8 in that division tells you that you are formidable. And that's all you can ask for, given how difficult that division is. A goal for them this year is to finish a little higher in their own division, and I'm sure that's a possibility.
Now here's Green. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Back to Parker. Outside Aldridge. Aldridge can't get that one to fall.
They're really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part, and I'm not talking about leaving college.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
And again, no good by New Orleans.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Parker passes to Aldridge. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. 14 points for Aldridge.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. And for LaMarcus Aldridge, always praised for his terrific shooting, his rebounding. As we know, Greg, has always been fantastic. Over the past 2 seasons, he's averaged double-digit boards.
And that's why so many teams wanted him in this last free agency period. His ability to put points on the board as well as clean the boards. What a deadly combination.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Screen by Valanciunas. Shoots off the screen. And the Pelicans miss again.
You know, on the topic of Aldridge's rebounding, I mean, he doesn't do it by banging people around. He does it with positioning, timing, and length. And you can say that about most of his game. Quietly, effective, and impactful.
Now here's Duncan. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Here's the dude. 6-point lead, and he gets it to go.
Hey, guys, going back to Aldridge, last season was a difficult one for him. He had the torn ligament in his left thumb, but still fought through it to become the Blazers' all-time leader in rebounds.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
You can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up there in the paint.
No, I'm sure he's not, Greg. I mean, their defense is showing a lot of holes, especially down low. That's unacceptable.
Here's Parker. He's got 6. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Clock at 6. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And that's his style right there. That's his game. He plays it as well as anyone. And when we get to crunch time, that's when he's at his best.
And, of course, Tony Parker, so big for San Antonio in those championship runs. But word on the street was that Spurs coach Greg Popovich didn't always go easy on Tony. He really pushed him to the limit.
You know, it started back when Tony was invited to the Spurs summer camp before the 2001 draft. One of the scouts was really physical with Tony, really gave him a hard time, and that was really the start of his maturation process in learning to deal with the NBA.
Now here's White. He has 5. Now the pass to Ingram. They set the pick. Anderson up top. Wide open look. And that one's good. Anderson's got 9.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Here's Parker. He's got 9. Wants to get it to Pearson, does. And stolen by White. And pushing it up. Here's New Orleans. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much easier than that, Greg. Simple.
Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for New Orleans?
I thought we might see the defense adjust at halftime to slow the break, but that has not been the case.
They've worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second-chance points.
The Spurs making a switch here. McCallum's checked in. Last season, Clark, the Spurs kept on winning as usual. They passed the Lakers, in fact, for the best winning percentage all time for a franchise.
Well, some of that has to do with the struggles the Lakers had last season, but more of it is credit to the Spurs. Consistency and high-quality play has been who they are and have been for 2 decades.
Off the pick. Can't get it to go. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Right side, Gordon. They get it again. No good from Valanciunas.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint. Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim. And with the Spurs and their winning percentage, it's right above 60. Not bad for a team that joined the NBA back in 1977.
Now here's Parker. 9 points in the game so far. Takes a 3. It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from LaMarcus Aldridge.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
White drives in. Nice D from Aldridge.
A lot of the Spurs' success, guys, with their winning percentage has come since the 90s. The way they are put together, who knows how high they can push that franchise winning percentage.
Now here's White. He has 5. And here's Gordon. Back to Anderson. Trying to find Valanciunas. Gets it to him. And he gets it to go.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Spurs trail by 9. Parker outside. It's Pierce on the wing. Shoots from the elbow. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Pelicans leading by 9. Outside Gordon. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
You know, as the season wore on, guys, the Pelicans became a matchup that nobody wanted to see. Very tough against teams and had very few weaknesses, too.
He's shooting free throws, number 4 and 5 here.
How about up over the 80% mark from the line last year? So he's happy and also consistent there with those numbers.
Guys, I thought he got into a groove last year at the charity stripe, and I thought he maintained it deep into the season as well.
Free throw good from Eric Gordon. Well, for the Pelicans last season, they were a tough matchup. The defense was one thing, but their mentality, the way they thought through the game was fantastic.
Yeah, and Kevin, you look at their record against other playoff teams, and it stacks up well. I mean, they made the playoffs by never thinking they were at a disadvantage on the floor. And having that kind of confidence in a young team, that only really speaks for positives moving forward.
You know, it had been, guys, 4 straight seasons for the Spurs winning the Southwest. Last year, they had their streak broken and settled for 3rd place in their division.
Now here is Aldridge. 17 points in the game. Diaw, the screen. Ginobili with the 3. The shot, no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
The Spurs did as well as just about anybody could last season in the Southwest Division. 8-8 record against the rest of the division, the toughest in the league.
No doubt about it. And listen, everyone in the division, of course, made it into the postseason last year. The Spurs could have won the division again had they beaten the Pelicans in that final game of the season. But the whole division was a neck-and-neck battle all year long.
Here's Gordon. After the made shot from Manu Ginobili, they set the pick. Back to Gordon. Fires, high post. Another one falls for New Orleans. San Antonio with the ball. It's a 13-point game. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Aldridge with it. Working on Ajinça. And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Omer Ashe, he's checked in for New Orleans. Solomon Hill comes in for Eric Gordon. Anderson, he's checked in for the Spurs. Nelson comes in for Tony Parker. On defense, New Orleans. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. And Diaw kicks to Anderson. Clock at 4. Back to Diaw. And the shot is good. Diaw's got 7 points in the game.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Carter Williams against Diaw. Carter Williams kicks to Ashick. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
And in the past, the NBA had the All-Star break for just an extended weekend. Last year, they gave the players a full week off. It seemed to be received positively by everyone.
The All-Star break in 2015 was just a bit over a week. Those extra days, Clark, for most players, really rested some guys up.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think it was a nice move. You play those 82 games, you need more than just a few days break during the middle part of the season. So I like that move a lot.
And he can't hit the second. And for Kyle Anderson, he had so many traits, Greg, the Spurs were looking for when they drafted him back in 2014, but he spent pretty much the entire season on the pine.
Yeah, and you know that Coach Pop makes his guys earn their minutes. You know, he doesn't care if he took you in the first round or if you're an undrafted free agent. He's going to play the guy who helps his team win.
And it's the Pelicans with the ball. Diaw missing his last shot. There's a screen from beyond the arc. San Antonio with the rebound. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Nelson's running. It's stolen by Carter Williams. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Now here's Ginobili. He has 7. That cuts the lead to single digits. Ginobili's got 9.
You know, talking about Kyle Anderson, he's a bit of a polarizing prospect, has a multifaceted skill set. I mean, excellent court vision, outstanding length, doesn't have elite athleticism, absolutely needs to get stronger, but he's got a lot of game.
Here's Nelson. Diaw with a screen on Carter Williams. Nelson dishes to Aldridge. Ginobili on the wing. A 3-ball. That doesn't go either by Ginobili.
And guys, getting back to Kyle Anderson, not a fit for every system. I mean, he's a guy who needs the ball in his hands to be effective, and he's much more of a facilitator than a finisher at this stage. Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
It's Ginobili on the wing. He's guarded by Hill. Ginobili kicks to Anderson. Fires from the line. No good off the back of the rim. New Orleans leading by 13. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Here's Ingram, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Take a look at what the dude's done. He's got 11 points, then his huge assist tally makes it all the more impressive.
You know what? He's the catalyst. He's the reason why this team plays with such harmony. And if his passing continues, they're going to be dangerous.
The first free throw is good. Monroe's checked in for Alexis Ajinça. The Spurs also changing it up. Duncan comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Green in for Anderson. Good on both. Nelson with it. Diaw, the screen. Nelson against Carter Williams. Nelson, the pass to Diaw. Ginobili up top. 9 points in the game so far. And Ashick sends it back. Wow!
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball.
Hill has the open look. Second shot opportunity. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
They have got to box out better than that. That putback's just another example of what a difference there's been between these two teams.
And the Pelicans making a change here. White's checked in.
And with the way the Warriors went on a rampage last year, you knew that Alvin Gentry would be in demand. Was the architect behind the Warriors' offense, is one of the best offensive minds in our league.
Now, here's Diaw. 7 points in the game. Outside, Ginobili. Ginobili can't get that one to fall. New Orleans leading by 18. Carter Williams dishes to Monroe. Now White. He's got 5. And he gets it to go. White's got 7 points.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But boy, that was a nice job.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Pelicans ahead, running away with it. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. And it's the Pelicans with the ball. They lead by 20. It's the most we've seen. On the court right now for the Spurs. Green out there with Pierce. Then it's Ray McCallum. Then there's Parker. And it's Duncan in at the center, locking down the middle. Good.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Pierce for 3. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Screen by Valanciunas. White against Parker. Here's Valanciunas using his post move to get the 2 points. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 11 rebounds. Valanciunas has gone 4-7 in field goal attempts tonight. 57%. Parker kicks to Duncan. Back to Parker. Anderson against Green. 5 to shoot. For 3. Can't hit. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Outside Gordon. Plenty of space. That doesn't go either for Gordon.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Here's McCallum, and the layup's good off the glass.
No hesitation at all right there. Just right up against a much bigger defender.
Man, and I love that fearlessness, that aggressive attitude. Boy, I love watching guys play with that kind of abandon and freedom, Greg. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Anderson, a screen on Parker. Right wing. Here's Monroe. San Antonio with the rebound. Green's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Parker against White. Pass to McCallum. There's the dish to Duncan.
And guys, every season there seems to be a player who's at the end of their contract. They'll have talent and they'll be traded to a team looking for an extra piece. It's the ultimate risk-reward move, if you will, in the NBA. Gotta be demoralizing. They desperately needed a stop, and instead they give up a triple on an open look.
Outside Pierce. Green, the pass to McCallum. Releases from the wing and drills it. McCallum's got 4 this quarter. And trading assets for a player that can walk at the end of the year is the big risk GMs take. And last season, Clark, it happened with the Rondo trade.
And to a lesser extent, the whole Kevin Love deal made prior to the season would fit into that category as well.
Marcus Aldridge has checked in for Ray McCallum. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here, feeds to Anderson. Off the pick. Knocks loose off the pick and hammers it home.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
Almost a backboard breaker.
And here comes White, leading the fast break. Finished off the break. White's got 10 points in just the second half.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Parker outside, pass to Green. Duncan against Monroe. Aldridge a screen. Here's Duncan. The shot is off, and New Orleans will go the other way with it. White drives in. It's stolen by Green. And a fast break now for the Spurs. For three, Pierce. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 4 assists now tonight.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
White dishes to Valanciunas. That shot wide open. Valanciunas has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Parker kicks to Aldridge. Parker outside. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
And Tony Parker, at least some of his success can be attributed to playing with talented bigs. I mean, in his rookie season, he plays with both the Admiral and Tim Duncan. He kept that partnership going with Duncan for several more championships. So while talented, he's also been very fortunate.
Free throw drops in for Tony Parker. Well, talking about Parker and the bigs, Tony benefited from their presence, Clark, but they also benefited from his play.
Really, early in their careers, the only way to defend Parker and Duncan was to pack the lane, and once Tony developed a consistent jump shot, the only way to defend them was to hope and pray.
Right. And Tony Parker drops them both. For a while, the Spurs were viewed as a slow-it-down team from their championships almost a decade ago. That isn't the case at all anymore.
You know, I think it took the viewing public quite a while to catch on, though, Kevin, because now most people look at the Spurs as one of the more exciting brands of basketball in our league. Just watching one game of them, and now you know that is the case. And barely anyone in the area, and still he whiffs on the bunny.
Again, the miss by the Spurs. The Pelicans have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Here's Cole. Thompson with the rebound.
You know, for the Spurs playing up tempo, I mean, they made that adjustment several years back, to their credit. Since then, they've been one of the more up-tempo and offensive-minded teams in the league.
And Norris Cole is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Anderson, he's checked in for Luke Babbitt. The dude comes in for Quincy Pondexter. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Solomon Hill. And it's Carter Williams in for Norris Cole. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Thompson. Aldridge comes in for Bonner. Paul Pierce is checked in for Kyle Anderson. And it's Ginobili in for Shane Larkin. Screen by Duncan. Shot clock at 6. Parker against Carter Williams. And that one's good. Parker.
And some stats to kind of back up the Spurs playing that up-tempo style. They led the league last year in distance traveled as a team. Their players would cover almost 18 miles per game played. That tells you there's tremendous ball movement, but more importantly, body movement. You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Screen by Duncan. Pierce for three, and it's good on the assist by Parker. 9 points for Paul Pierce.
No three-pointers for him in that first half, but the second half, different story.
Anderson, a screen on Ginobili. Gordon kicks to Anderson. Back to Gordon. Dishes it to Anderson. Duncan with the block, but they'll get another chance. Here's Carter Williams, and it's off target. Not sure why he took that one. And Parker, here we go. It's stolen by Carter Williams. From deep. Here's Ingram. Duncan with the block. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Here's the dude. Pierce covering. Now here's Gordon. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Gordon's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Spurs have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Duncan with a screen on Carter Williams. Parker passes to Duncan. He kicks it to Pierce. They set the pick. Here's Aldridge. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Gordon kicks to Anderson. New Orleans moving it around. And here is Carter Williams. Shoots off the screen, and he hits the jumper for 2.
They're spraying them home from mid-range today, guys.
Finding the gaps in the defense and really just slicing and dicing them right now.
Parker dishes to Ginobili. He feeds it to Duncan. Passes to Parker. Fires the 3. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. Duncan's got his 5th assist in this one.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
Out to the wing from deep. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Stolen by Gordon. And now the Pelicans on the break. Gordon's running.
You guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Pelicans leading by 22. And so they foul intentionally.
And one thing that I know a lot of fans are worried about it is NBA jerseys. With ads on them. It's something the NBA has explored more in-depth recently and would be another stream of revenue for the league.
The Spurs making a switch here. Thompson, he's checked in for Duncan. Diaw comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Anderson, he's checked in for Pierce. And Nelson is subbed in for Tony Parker. Thompson with the rebound.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
And with the ads on the jerseys, it isn't something that would sit well with the fans probably, but around the globe, almost every other league in the world has ads on their jerseys.
You know, the NBA has shown that they're willing to try new things with jerseys, much like they've looked at other issues. It started with the sleeve jerseys, and advertisements is just another area they're exploring.
Here's Carter Williams. Screened by Valanciunas. And it goes out of bounds. And last touch by Carter Williams. San Antonio's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Nelson outside, stolen by Anderson. And pushing it up. Here's New Orleans, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Almost intimidating the defense there. They didn't even try to get back on defense.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered even if they did try to get back, Greg. I mean, there was no way anybody was going to beat him to the bucket there.
Carter Williams against Ginobili. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
And you really got to admire Boris Diaw. I mean, he's found a way to kind of reform his game as he's gotten older. I mean, so different than when he was new to the league.
Diaw lost his athleticism and is a slower player than before. You could argue he's more productive now, though, Clark, than ever.
Well, his game was always on the ground in my mind. He's highly skilled. He's much more cerebral on the floor than given credit. I mean, I think he is really a difficult matchup because he's crafty, he's tough, and he's experienced and skilled.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Ashik comes in for Ryan Anderson. And it's Solomon Hill in for Gordon. So neither attempt will fall that time for him.
Fellas, you look at Boris Diaw and say, my goodness, if he could just get in better shape. But he uses every bit of that significant backside of his to his advantage. Opponents can't get through him or around him. So he's making good use of the extra LBs.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Pelicans.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for him, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. You love to get an opponent figured out early, and you're going to be seeing them that often.
And so many key players that you could point to tonight, but in particular, a great game for the dude. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open. This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of surge.
Hill with it. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now time to send it over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the post-game show.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, thank you, and now we get a chance to check out our Jordan Player of the Game. Shaq, what'd you like about his game?
Things haven't been pretty for them lately, but his performance in this win is definitely a step in the right direction. He wanted this one badly. You could tell that right off the bat. He put his game into another gear and was playing angry tonight, fellas.
He was doing some serious battling with the bigs down low. He's not afraid to go hard to the rack wherever he had the chance. He doesn't care about their size. He's going in there, and he's going in there often. I think he caught him off guard with that aggressive behavior.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.